create your own traction at home. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love traction, and that's what I use with a lot of my clients, working with people with scoliosis and back injuries and back pain. But really, traction is good for all of us. As we probably know, that gravity takes a toll on us, and as we age, we all have some degenerative things happen in our bodies, right? And we might feel this even starting in our 30s or 40s, but you start to feel kind of more aches and pains, etc. So traction, I found, really helps to kind of create the space in our spine. So especially if you've had disc issues, lower back pain, etc., doing lots of sitting or standing, etc., in your job. When we do traction, I usually explain to people that, so you're going to be pulling kind of something apart, right? So with traction, lots of times we have a spring or a strap kind of pulling our hips one way, or maybe pulling our arms and shoulders one way, and then we draw the other part away using our own body or maybe another strap or spring. So today we're not going to have the strap or the spring, but we're going to do it using a chair. So you can use any chair as long as it's fairly sturdy. So I'm just using my dining room chair. I'm going to grab a blanket, and then I'm going to put something out for me to put my hands or arms to reach forward. So right now I'm just using one of those poof things or whatever. You're welcome to use an ottoman. You could use another chair like on the other side. It depends on your flexibility. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to have the chair right at the top thigh bones. So this is what we call the top thigh bones. So where you would crease your hips. So the idea is when we crease, we want to feel the creases are going to widen, moving this way. And I'm going to draw the thigh bones back, right? So there's a fold that's happening. And so when I'm folding, I want to feel the hip creases, again, more of a release, even though I am flexing. So in order to do that, there's some things that have to happen. First, we really have to get the legs going, especially in the hamstrings. So I'm going to lift and really activate my hamstrings to pull the femurs back. Femurs is your thigh bones. So I'm trying to pull those femurs back, really strong legs like you're in Tadasana in yoga or mountain pose, resisting the floor, pelvic floor, abdominals drawing upwards, and I get that feeling of lifting up and over. So when I'm lifting up and over, my pelvis and my spine are moving together, right? So I'm not keeping my pelvis on my legs and just moving my spine. It's pretty depressing, right? So you want to really feel you're going up and over, okay? So let's start with that. So I'm going to first kind of set up my prop that I would have out in front of me, and then I'm going to put the blanket onto the top edge of the chair. I'm going to walk my feet in, and this chair is a good height for me, so I first kind of test it when I come up and over. I want to feel that I can come over the chair, but again, I have to kind of really work the lift to come up and over. So feet are parallel. Again, I'm going to try to activate the hamstrings a little bit, lifting up the abdominals. I'm going to start to come up and over the chair seat. So I'm really working to come up. First, start with the fingertips here. Now, if you have hamstring issues, if it's tight, like this will be a stretch already, right? And then what you would do if you're really tight, you'd put something more like this height. So see how my hand could be here? If you want to come further, you just keep lifting up and over, keep grounding the legs into the feet and walking the fingertips out. And then I want to really reach, kind of walk my fingertips out, stretching the shoulder blades out with the arms. And the chair seat, right, the back of the chair, is helping me to release and deepen my hip creases. So I'm stretching my arms, grounding my legs, and I'm focusing on breathing, but feeling again that kind of feeling of separation, of elongating, but not hanging in my back, but really fully supporting.